Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching my videos and liking them. And in this video we're going to talk about another type of citation, which is the reference list. And first of all, we need to know what reference list means. So a reference list is a list that shows the complete details of everything you cited and appears in alphabetical list on a separate page. So here you're going to have a separate page that is going to be having all the details of what you've cited in your work. And here, why do we reference? So the reason as to why you reference is that it enables the maker or reader of your assignment to locate the source of information. So when you reference here, the person reading your work is going to be able to know the source where you got the work, and the source of information where you got your work. And also when you reference, it allows you to retrace your steps and locate information you have used for assignments, and you discover further views or ideas. So those are the reasons as to why you reference. We have two parts of referencing. Here, citing. This demonstrates support for your ideas, arguments, and views. Sometimes this is referred to as citing in text, then in-text citation or text citation. We also have another way of referencing, which is a reference list. And this one, of course, contains the complete details of everything that you have cited in your work. So we want to see how do we reference? How do you create your reference list, and how is it going to be? So here we have that everything that you have cited in your text, it must appear in your reference list, and likewise that everything that appears in your reference list will have been cited in your text. So in your reference list, you're not going to have what you've not cited. You're only going to have all that you've cited in your work. So we shall begin with in-text. How to reference. How do you reference an in-text citation? So here, even if you put someone else's ideas in your work, you still need to show where the original idea or information came from. So I have an example here that water is a necessary part of every person's diet and of all the nutrients a body needs to function. It requires more water each day than any other nutrient. And then, as you're going to cite, this was said by Whitney and Ruffles, which is 2011. So you put using this sign to show that there are two people, and that is how you will cite your in-text that is how you reference your in-text citation. That is part one. Then here, when we have 3, 4, or 5 authors, how are you going to reference? So here, maybe if we have this saying by 3, 4, or 5 people, research can be defined as systematic method of creating new knowledge or a way of verifying existing knowledge. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 authors. So you write the first author, comma, second author, comma, third author, and the fourth one, comma, then you put the year of publication. So how do you reference when you have 6 or 7 authors? If a work has 6 or more authors, cite only the last name of the first author, followed by ETAL each time you refer to this work. So here I talked about it in my other video when I was talking about citation. So here, if you have more than if you have 6 or 7 authors, here you're going to only cite the name of the last name of the last author, of the first author. So here you write the last name of the first author, then ETL showing that there are more than 6, comma, then the year of publication, and this is how it will appear. And then we have 8 or more authors. When there are 8 or more authors, cite on the last name, the first author followed. So here you do the same as to when you have 6 or 7. And then how do you reference when it is a group? So the names of the group that serve as authors are usually written in full each time they appear in a text citation. So the names of these groups, like you can have associations, government agencies, they are spelled out in the first citation and abbreviated thereafter. So this is how it's going to appear. You put the Ministry of Health, and then you abbreviate, and then the year of publication. So here, if a group has author with no abbreviation, this is how it's going to appear. You're going to write the full names of the full name of the organization, then comma, and then the year of publication. So here we can also have a scenario where there is similar information referred by more than one author. So here there are many occasions to refer more than one source in relation to similar information. So in this case, list the sources in alphabetical order within the brackets, separated by semicolon. So this is how it's going to be. You're going to talk about this, is seen as ability over all that, comma, and that. So you're going to write the name of that first author, and then the year, and then you'll also write the name of the other author and the year, but everything should be in brackets. Yeah, so here we shall continue. So how do you reference when they are same authors and the same date? If a work has the same author and same date, differentiate between them by assigning lowercase, and they are listed in reference list alphabetically. So by their titles. For example, eyes are susceptible to melanoma, even though it is rare. So here you write Cancer Association, the name, and then the year of publication, and in brackets. So next, one work by one author when the author is cited more than once in the paragraph. So the rules for this quite complex, mostly because there is one rule for citation in brackets and other rules for citation that are part of narrative. So if a citation is part of narrative, it looks like, according to this, according to so and so, in brackets you put the year of publication, or this, and then you put the year of publication. It states that, then you write what the person states. So citations in brackets. So here we should include all citations that are in brackets. Do not include the year in all parenthetical citations. This applies irrespective to the style, so it doesn't matter the style, part of narrative or parenthetic of the first citation. So an example is here, you can take a look. And then citations that are part of narrative, we also have an example here. So I'll not go much into that. You will get the information in the video. So here, when you talk about direct quotes, so direct quotation, here you're quoting directly from a work and should be done sparingly in order to emphasize or stress a point in your essay. That is quoting directly. You're getting from the work, that should be, you're quoting directly from the work. Then shortcuts, Here, to indicate shortcuts, enclose the quotation within double quotation marks. And then longer quotes. For a quote that is in 40 words or more, include it in your essay as a freestanding piece of text or book or blog. And you have an example here. So quotations from online sources that do not provide page numbers. So if the paragraph number could confuse the reader, consider including a section heading, for example, a discussion section. So there someone is able to understand and will not be confused. So here, this is how our reference list looks like. So all references or information sources created in any written work need to be listed in a reference list, and it has to be on a separate page at the end of your assignment. So here are some of the rules. When you're writing your reference list. So here we have that the reference list is arranged in alphabetical order of the author's last names. That is rule number one. Then rule number two is that if there is more than one work by the same author, order them by publication, oldest to the newest. And then if there is no author, the title moves to that position, and the entry is alphabetically by the first significant word, including such as a and the. Then number 4, use this sign instead of and when listing multiple authors of a source. The first line of the reference list entry is left-handed justified, while all subsequent lines are consistently indented. Then also capitalize only the first word of the title and the subtitle if there is one, plus any proper names. Another one, italicize the title of the book, the title of the journal. So here, the title of the journal will be in italics. Then do not create separate lists for each type of information source, books, articles, or web documents. So I think with all these that you have gone through, you're able to create your reference list and you're able to put all the necessary information after your coursework or your research work. Thank you all for watching my videos, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.